Hey, what is up everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to another video of Persona 5 The Phantom X. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going over Manaka Naogo as well as Shoki Ikanami, seeing that both of these characters are coming out within the next 3 days. Now, if you guys do not know them, of course, by that name, that is going to be Ange as well as Luce, seeing that both of these characters are going to be extremely nice to the story, have some crazy nice side quests, and also bring a new era to P5X itself. Now, if you're interested in this, be sure to sit back, relax, enjoy the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get straight into it. Now, these two characters are coming out in 3 days, and as you can see, there's a couple things that's going to be coming with them, whether it be new card sets, new universal sets, a new freaking dagger, story, you name it, we got it. We got a little bit of everything finally coming out, and dude, this is what I've been waiting for. 4.0 is quite literally the biggest jump when it comes down to content for P5X itself, and it's where a lot of things start to turn up. After 4.0 comes out, we obviously have the man Makoto Yuki coming on out at 4.1.1, and then Yukari coming out at 4.1.2. So it's going to be a huge gauntlet of characters that are honestly going to be coming out back to back and be the start of just absolute mayhem. So I'm already here for it. But with the 3 days left, we have to, of course, talk about what these two units are able to do. So I'm going to go ahead and actually start off with our man Shoki. See, he is the free 4-star that's going to come out. You're going to see him a lot more inside of the story, and eventually he will get a 5-star limited version that's going to come down the line. But Shoki himself is a blessed support unit here, and he's not just one blessed support unit. No, he is a unit with a bunch of tricks inside of his bag here, where he can provide all different types of buffs that you want him to do in different situations, and this is a cool different thing. The only thing that is bad about him, as it says down below for the cons, is that his buff values are average. So although he has a little bit of everything inside that bag of his, the only problem is it's not going to be as strong if you do have another buffer. So you do have to keep this in mind. Though for a character that's pulled for free and honestly just a 4-star itself, he's extremely strong no matter how you think about it. If you want to go ahead and pause the screen or even go on lefel.net for yourselves here, you're able to check out exactly what revelations you need, the main options and stats, but we're not going to be going over that right now. What we're going to be looking at, of course, is the skill rotation as well as his skills. As you can see, it only does 1-3-1-3-1-3, mainly because we are trying to get these set up for the Spotlight Soliloquy here, which is giving you your main increased allies damage dealt. This is the first skill that will always be used no matter what, seeing that you need to have these set stacks to, of course, get some less lovely healing there, while also increasing your allies damage dealt, which is always a great thing. It lasts for 2 whole turns, which is actually a really good thing to have. So, I mean, skill like this is honestly worth it. The skill 2 itself, this one is where it's a little bit kind of mid, because we don't really need this one. It increases one other ally's defense and then gives them immunity to certain mental elements. This one is very just wishy-washy. You're not really going to be using it. It doesn't give you any type of stacks that you really are looking for. So you're usually going to be avoiding this skill quite a lot. But the skill 3 is where the magic does happen. Skill 3 itself not only is increasing our attack percentage by a certain amount for 2 whole turns, but it also gives you something called an improv. Now, the improv is this mask that Shoki is allowed to have on his person whenever he's actually about to use a skill. This improv obviously is going to be certain masks that are kind of based on elements, but not truly. Some of the masks can look green, some of them can look red, blessed looking, and all of them will deal something different. For example, we have Improv Osmosis, which increases the main target's DOT damage effect by 14% and the EHR by 30% for 2 turns. Then we have Improv Superversion, which increases the main target's technical mastery by a certain amount, and then of course the attack whenever you're dealing technical damage, which is also pretty darn good. But where things start to turn up is the final 2 here, which is one of those 2 that you're going to end up using the most. Improv Empathy increases the main target by crit damage by 24.4% for 2 whole turns, while Improv Resonance increases the main target's pin by 12% for 2 turns. These are the 2 big ones that we're usually going to be using. The other 2 really aren't that bad, but it does depend on the team. So usually all the time for that rotation is going to be a 1-3 aspect in which you are able to change the mask at will. Of course, if you want to have this man as crazy as possible, you're not really going to use him on auto as much, so you usually want to take at least the initiative and try to use him yourself. Alongside with the highlight here, he increases all allies' attack while also giving us effect res by 82% for 2 turns, and which gives us all a stack of blessings, so you can heal off of it as well. With his 2 passives here, he's able to increase damage dealt by a certain amount, which is based on his blessing amount, and then for every EHR that he does have, he increases your attack. So it kind of adds up why you need as much EHR and stuff for this character. He's still very strong. He's one of the few characters that I do appreciate quite a lot. And when he did first come out, I used him quite a lot just for the fun of it. Now, we're not going to look at any of the dupes because, of course, this character is always going to have those dupes available. The unit himself will have a event 4-star if you guys are not able to get the 5-star here. So either one of these weapons are going to be very, very helpful. They do at least increase his attack percentage. The one up the top for Vowed Coordination here increases the attack as well as EHR, while the one on the bottom itself, after casting a persona skill, increases our EHR, which by proxy does increase our attack as well, and which allows the skill target to gain a certain 60% of said effect. So either one is pretty darn nice. The event one is pretty interesting as well, and it does have a little bit better stats. If you can go ahead and take a look at both of them here, for the base stat wise, it is a lot better to use the event one. So you're most likely going to be going with this one when it does come out. But the 5-star is also available, which makes him very, very good with not only just the attack percentage, but helps him out with the increased damage dealt while improving his attack percent permanently, which also gives us a 50% gain of a certain effect, which is going to be based on the improv for our allies. So Shoki himself is actually very good. He is a very powerful unit, and honestly, he's just going to continue being as powerful as possible and being one of the newer 4-stars. Then we have the woman herself, Minako Naigo, and this is actually Ange, in which this character herself is just god tier. She's a unit that has lasted for a whole entire year and has not budged on her placement one bit. And I mean, not a single time. We don't need to buff her. We haven't needed to do anything for this character. And she has ruled just the top of the Navi list with an iron fist. Now, every now and again, someone tries to come around, which was, of course, Fuka, to try and take that position. But even then, that does not waver this character, and really investing into her is going to be insanely worth it. She's one of the only characters that has a unique ability called the Turn Revert, which practically lets you keep all your buffs, keep everything, the state that you're in and everything like that. You use a certain powerful move with a character, and that character who has the Turn Revert goes through their move. Guess what? It goes back to their turn again. They still have those buffs. They still have that state, and they can go again. If you ended up A6ing the character, you can place that Turn Revert on them twice, making them even more a deadly combo here. But she's insanely powerful herself. Turn Revert itself is always into the basic stat for this character, or the basic use of this character, so you don't have to worry about duping her out for the Turn Revert. But of course, if you do go for like a dupe or two, you are helping out yourself. With a single dupe here, she is giving you some crit rate, which is always going to be great. She's a pin buffer already. And then also, while getting the second dupe, you also can get a revive itself. But the revive is not going to be like, of course, your normal like 1 life or 1 health thing. No, she genuinely does revive you, which is always a good thing. So, I mean, like, hey, you always enjoy a little bit of that. Now, once again, we're not going to be going over the card set or anything like that. You can check that out on your own time with lufel.net here. But we do want to check out her skills. Now, every last one of her skills are very, very powerful. Usually, if you're A0, you are only doing the 1-3-1-3. And then if you're anything above, you're still going to be doing the like 1-3 or 3-1. And this one will automatically get proxied. So although this is a good skill, we're never using it. It allows you to heal up your characters and also gives us Holy Song stacks. But you're mainly going to be getting this up as long as you have the 12 Holy Song stacks, which allows you to get a healing up. Now, for people who have dupes, they're going to trigger that a lot quicker. For people who do not have dupes, they won't be triggering it as fast, but they still will have an automatic heal whenever they do get the stacks up. But for the 2 skills that we need to look at, that's going to be the 1 and 3, in which we have Choir of Doves. This increases party damage by 7%, plus 1% for every 164 points of her attack, up to 28%. This will last for 2 whole turns, and she ends up gaining 4 Holy Song stacks, which is very, very powerful, seeing that she's just helping out your damage overall. Then we have her 3rd skill, which is called Wheel of Time. This increases the party attack by 11%, plus 128 of Minaka's attack itself, she spends all the holy songs, in which every holy song that's going to be spent increases your pierce rate as well as based on the attack you're doing, which can last 2 whole turns. This is very, very powerful for a character that already is boosting up your attack, your crit, your pin, and this actually just makes her a freaking unit to be reckoned with. Out of most characters, I wouldn't recommend getting like any dupes for at all, but this is one character, just like most of the Navis, I do recommend getting the A1. By going ahead and doing this, she pretty much can do everything other than just buffing party Pierce itself here, but she can also just help you out with that extra amount of crit rate, which is 12%, much like how we have like Futaba in them. So I do recommend a lot of you guys to go for the A1, but that's honestly up to you. Now, going along with the weapons, she does not need her weapons, but her weapons are insanely worth it here. The 4-star, as well as increasing the attack ×2, which is allowing you to have an effect that is permanent. But the 5-star itself is not only increasing your attack, but increasing your party's damage, which is all going to be based on the holy song and pure sound that you're able to stack. Well, guess what? You get this pure sound, the 12 stacks here, you're getting crit damage. So now you're going to be able to get crit damage, crit rate, pin, and attack percent all from one character, making her a unit that is absolutely terrifying and good for anyone to have. And just for the cherry on top of the cake here, this is all you got to know. She can go with any character. Yeah, if you need pin of any type of way, need anything that wants you to just use a overall good Navi that buffs you, you put this bad boy on auto. She's obviously going to enjoy every last moment of the battle itself and make things a lot easier. Hey, pair that with you having an A2, just in case one of your characters do die, they get a free revive as well. So I mean, like, hey, depends on what you want to invest in. But that's everything I wanted to go over, especially when it does go on this character, especially for Ange. For a lot of you guys who are deciding if you want to skip her, just take a look at this screen. There's even more teams that she can go with. These are just the newest teams that she can go with. Both her and Shoiki are honestly insanely busted. So look forward to 4.0 coming on out. I can't freaking wait. But you guys let me know down below in the comment section. Are you excited? Are you not excited? Are you going to be summoning? And what awareness are you going for? Me, myself, I'm probably going to go for A1. And if I get lucky very early, I'll go for A2. But I do want to try to save some gems myself. Till next time, everybody, thank you for watching and peace out.